Hey, it's Matthew from marketinginreallife.com, and we're back for part 2 of the Google Analytics Advanced Segments tutorial. This is where we're looking at how you can use advanced segments or custom segments in your Google Analytics account to really find out what is going on with your visitors and really find out what you can do to improve things on your website. So I already showed in part 1 how I was able to find out that my Canadian visitors are actually purchasing a lot, 2.76% when they make it to my store, but only 0.91% if they never do. Obviously, they purchase less if they don't make it to my store. And so I found a really big opportunity to be able to get people, if I get more people from my site to my store, then I could make more money. That might seem like something obvious, but if you don't know really the difference in numbers, then you're not going to see how much of an opportunity it is. Like, for example, 34,000, this is in the past 6 months, the past 30 days, but 35,000 went to my site, but only almost 12,000 made it to the store. So imagine if I could just get just a little increase, 10% more people from there to here, then I will increase my sales by 10%. So if I only get 3,000 more people, that's not very hard to do. All I have to do is do better advertising on my site. In fact, let me just show you a couple ideas of what I've been doing. I know I'm going to digress here a bit, but what the heck? You want to learn about real marketing in real life, so I want to show you exactly what we do. So here's the site. This is the miniwargaming.com site. The store, you can link, there's a link to it right up here. And then the idea here is that people can post their videos, and we post our videos up here as well. And so if I click on this and they go to watch the video, well, first off, there's the free terrain ebook giveaway, and there's an advertisement here. And this advertisement rotates. Right now it's advertising an ebook or a DVD that we actually have. And so let me just refresh and see what it gives us. So it gave us the same thing. So let's refresh again. There we are. Okay. So we also have the daily deal. If you're familiar with marketinginreallife.com, we'll have talked about this before, but this is once a day we have a product that we give away at as high a discount as we can, from 35 to 70%. And so they can see this, and it grabs their attention, and they want to click on it, and they go to the store. So they click on that, and as soon as they click on that, that's one more visitor to the store, and of course it's a numbers game. The more people you get to the store, the more purchases they will make. If we refresh, we also have clearance items randomly show up there. So you can see clearance item, and it's showing a product, and it's showing the discount that they're getting. And they can also click there to see all the clearance items. So we're experimenting with different things there. We're going to change advertising below, but the idea, because of what we found through the segments, is to get more people from miniwargaming.com over to store.miniwargaming.com so that we can make even more money. So let's show you some other segments that I've created so I can give you ideas of what you can look at. I was doing a major analysis of our website so I could figure out which traffic sources we should really focus on. So I went through and I really worked on segmenting everything by traffic source. In this case, I always wanted it to be North America, store purchases, not ebook purchases, because I wanted to look at that separately, and then by the traffic source. And so this is one I talked about in the other one, but I want to show it again. I'm going to edit this one so you can see it. In one of the previous videos, I was showing you when you're looking at your traffic sources and you're looking at your top traffic sources and revenue generators that you need to know more about it than just simply which one's bringing the most money. You need to know why. For example, Google was showing that it was 20% of our total revenue. And that would really encourage me to continue working on search engine optimization. But when I delved deeper into it, I found that most of those sales were coming from people searching for mini wargaming. So I decided I wanted to make a segment that would remove everybody I just wanted to look at Google, but not people who were searching for mini wargaming. And that way I could get a better idea of what we were really getting. And I only wanted North America. So here's a segment. You can see there's a lot of stuff. And it looks complicated, but it's not actually. I'll show you what I did. First off, I did visitors and then country and territory twice. This or this, you can see, matches exactly Canada or matches exactly United States. And product SKU does not contain how to, because anything that says how to something is our DVDs and ebooks. So I didn't want to include that. I only wanted store stuff. And the reason where I got the product SKU from was e-commerce product SKU. And source matches exactly Google. And so that's traffic sources. and source right here. Matches exactly Google. And keyword does not contain Mini Wargaming. But unfortunately, it wasn't as simple as just saying it didn't contain Mini Wargaming, because people spell it all sorts of ways. They misspell it, they put spaces, they add things, they take away things. So I had to go through my traffic, and I combed through, and I made an entire exhaustive list of all the keywords I did not want it to match. So keyword does not contain mini space wargaming. Keyword does not contain mini space war space gaming, or mini war games, or mini war game. Or I guess I could have just put that one without this one, because this one is contained in that one. Or mini war gaming, so games spelled with 2 M's. Or mini war space gaming. Or mini war gaying, so missing the M in the gaming. Or mini war gamming without spaces. Or miniwargaming.com, because it was the A and the M are backwards. Or mini space wargammon, so there's no G on the end. Or mine wargaming, or min wargaming, or mimi wargaming, or mini slash or space wargaming. So you can see I had to go through and find all these different keywords that people were actually searching for, and I added them all in. I said, and keyword does not contain this, and keyword does not contain that, and the keyword can be found under traffic sources right here. And I had to go through all that because I really wanted to filter all those out. And once I did that, I named the segment NA for North America, store purchases, because I said no ebook purchases, Google, minus MWG, Mini Wargaming keywords, and I saved the segment. So, we save this. Actually, let's go back to the other segments, but we'll save this and apply to report. Okay, so this is the key. This is the traffic from Google. So you can see now I'm only seeing 700 to 900 visitors a day, whereas before I was showing about 2,000 to 3,000, I believe. Wonder if I have a segment in there that would just show me Google without that. No, I don't. So let me just do. Actually, I can show you creating a segment to show you the same thing without filtering the keywords. So visitors, country, matches exactly Canada, or country, matches exactly United States, and let's close this, traffic sources, source, matches exactly Google. Because you might wonder why I don't put .com or something like that. It's because the organic search, the source looks like this. And what was the other one? Oh yes, e-commerce, product SKU, does not contain how to. It's not case sensitive, so it doesn't really matter. So now we're going to call this NA store purchases Google without the minus. So let's create that and apply that to the report. Now let's show both of them. So we'll check that one too. And you're going to see the difference between the two. Loading, loading. It's hard to see it because the blue's up there, so let's take a look at e-commerce, for example. Wait for it to load. Okay, so let's look at these numbers right here. First off, all visits 0.35% conversion. North American store purchases Google minus some MWG keywords 0.15%, whereas if I include them it's 0.28%. Why is the percentage higher? Well, because if somebody knows about us, they obviously already have some trust in us, so that's going to be a higher conversion rate. But what about transactions? 92 if we just looked at Google, but once we subtract the MWG keywords, our mini wargaming keywords, it becomes 35. So all of a sudden Google isn't this great provider of traffic or of revenue. Of course, they do provide it for those mini wargaming people as well that are searching for that, but they already knew about me, so it's not fair. It doesn't really count. I already somehow taught them about my website some other way. And I can look at other things like this, like number of purchased products, but really it comes down to the number of transactions and the conversion rate. So you can see how that was useful by really delving down. And this is a much more advanced segment and seeing really if Google was providing as much revenue as I thought it was. So this is the end of part 2. We'll keep going with this. I'm just going to show you a few more examples so you can kind of get familiar with it so you feel comfortable doing this yourself as well.